3 men went in. Only one came out, and what he carried in his hands would change the story of the war forever. The night was unusually quiet for the Persian Gulf. A crescent moon hovered low, touching the water with silver light. Waves lapped against the hull of the stealth boat, tiny ripples glowing in the moonlight. Ranger First Sergeant Michael Hayes leaned against the rail, eyes scanning the dark coastline. "Feels too quiet," he muttered, almost to himself. The mission was simple on paper. Infiltrate an Iranian coastal base, gather intel, destroy the facility, and vanish without a trace. But Hayes knew better. Simple never existed in war. He glanced at his team faces, painted with black camo, muscles coiled like springs. Everyone knew the risk. Everyone felt it. "Remember," Hayes whispered, voice low but sharp. "We go in, we move fast, we hit hard, no hesitation." The waters grew shallower as the team approached the hidden inlet. Radar had missed it. GPS didn't show it, yet intel had whispered of its existence from Musa fortified facility where advanced missile prototypes were stored. A ghost base. And tonight, 12 Rangers would make it vanish from history. The boat's engine cut. Silence, but not the comforting kind. This was the silence before fire. Hayes signaled, and the team slipped into the black water. Each stroke was measured, careful, calculated. The base rose suddenly from the cliffs, a skeleton of concrete and steel, bathed in floodlights. Cameras blinked like watchful eyes, sensors humming in the night. "Looks quiet," muttered Private Ramirez, but his voice betrayed doubt. Hayes knew better. There was always a hidden truth in places like this. The base may look deserted, but intel never lied entirely. Somewhere inside, secrets waited answers no one wanted revealed. A faint sound, a door sliding open far above, made Hayes freeze. He pressed a finger to his lips. A shadow moved, too fast, too precise to be careless. They weren't alone. Years ago, in this same stretch of coastline, an Allied naval operation had disappeared without a trace. Rumors said prototypes were stolen, experiments gone wrong. Local legends told of ghost patrols and silent towers that recorded everything. Hayes remembered the files he had read in briefings, satellite markers, intercepted communications, and eyewitness accounts all pointing here. This is history repeating itself, Hayes whispered to himself. Except this time, we write the ending. Inside, Hayes felt the weight of responsibility pressing like armor. He had promised his younger brother he'd come home. He had promised himself he wouldn't leave anyone behind. Yet every mission carved a new scar, a reminder that courage wasn't about absence of fear, it was about choosing action anyway. Ramirez stumbled over a crate, whispering a hurried apology. Hayes gave a faint nod. "It's okay. Just steady." His words were calm, but inside, his heart thumped like a war drum. They reached the inner compound. Floodlights flashed intermittently. Shadows stretched and recoiled. The smell of salt, oil, and concrete hung heavy in the air. Hayes felt the rough metal of the door under his gloved hands, the vibration of distant engines through the ground. He paused. One deep breath. Then he kicked. The door shuddered. Lights flickered. Alarm sirens screamed. Time slowed. Ramirez dove forward, placing a demolition charge on a central console. Sparks danced across the floor, reflecting in the team's eyes. Gunfire erupted. Shadows twisted like smoke. Hayes and his men moved with precision, clearing corridors. Each step measured. Every heartbeat mattered. The main control room appeared. Inside, missile prototypes rested under reinforced glass, humming with dangerous energy. Hayes set the charges, glancing at the countdown timer blinking red. 30, 29, 28. An unexpected sound hatch opening behind them made Hayes spin. A high-ranking officer entered, gun raised. Time slowed. Hayes's mind raced. Improvisation, instinct, training all collided. Hayes, Ramirez shouted, diving to tackle the officer. Shots rang out. Hayes fired, hitting the console. Explosions rocked the room. Heat and light engulfed everything. When the smoke cleared, the prototypes were gone. The facility was in ruins, and the team staggered outside. Some had minor injuries. Some hearts still raced with disbelief. But the mission was done. As dawn broke over the Persian Gulf, Hayes watched the horizon. The city lights of the distant coast faded under the rising sun. Every step forward had been harder than the last. Every decision carried weight, and yet, giving up had never been an option. He thought of his team, each of them a testament to courage, persistence, and sacrifice. He realized the greatest battles weren't just fought against enemies, but within oneself. Funny, he thought, that it took so long to understand that. Hayes finally allowed himself a small smile, sheepish but genuine. The coast lay quiet again. The facility had vanished, the secrets with it, and yet, somewhere in the shadows, he knew the story would echo a reminder that bravery, when guided by purpose, leaves a mark history can't erase.